Okay, today is June the 17th, Saturday, 2017, and I thought I might get a few days off from this madness, but I decided that I should probably make a video today based on what's going on all over the country. First, we're looking at this is the Midwest map, and while we study that blast pattern right there, I wanted to mention that there was a message that came in from a desert dweller that there's a fire nearby in Wrightwood in the mountains and chemtrails in the skies. Now, I have not seen any chemtrails spraying in Los Angeles where we are in the foothills for several days. And so that's the news on that. But today, Desert Dweller reports there's not only chemtrails out in the Wrightwood area, in the skies of Wrightwood, but also now a fire. And we've got currently 92 degrees here in the foothills with 31% humidity. And we also have a barometer reading of 29.87. And along with that, we have a very high dew point. Well, it's not real high, but it's about 57 degrees. We have hot, clear weather where we are right now. And so what we're looking at here is a giant supercell over the Midwest that is being blown apart. We have Illinois right here, and I believe this is Missouri. This is Tennessee. We've got Oklahoma right over here. I believe that is Missouri. Hope I'm right about that. So here, look at the blast pattern around this system as it's targeted with microwave. Look at the color change from the deep red down to yellow by the end of the 7.5 hour loop. Now, if we look at the water vapor map, look at the blast pattern all the way around that, as this system is targeted in multiple areas within the center of this. They hit this in multiple areas, as we can see here right now in the visible light map, and we can see all the steam and the blast pattern. And also we can see the dimple marks, these little craters that the microwave actually leaves behind. If we go ahead and stop the loop, we can scroll through. We can see an area right here, and here, and over here. There's actually 3 areas that were recently targeted. Actually 4. And if we go to the next frame, we can see that these expand out. I'll go back again to the beginning. These expand out. And we can see the evaporation taking place. See the shockwave moving out right here? Right there. That circular shockwave is blowing out of the side. That's the rapidly expanding superheated water vapor. So that is as good as it gets, folks. That's as good as the evidence gets, proving that our weather is being manipulated covertly. This is why we have cartoon animated weather on television, the Weather Channel. All the weather agencies are providing cartoon animations, and they're not showing this very crucial evidence right here. Now, this activity does save lives. Sometimes when we're talking about hurricanes and different things, but when we're following a low pressure system along for thousands of miles, hundreds and thousands of miles across the country with high pressure adjacent to the low pressure without destroying it, like what we're seeing here, these guys are actually destroying that storm. That's a huge supercell the size of an entire state here. I believe this is Missouri, and we can see that happening. But we see these low pressure systems that are being followed all the way across the country with the high pressure installed adjacent to that and by a transmitter, and that's why we have the golf ball sized and baseball sized hail. So let's go back to California now on the west coast, or rather the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see 2 upper level lows. right here and over here, right next to each other. And we have jet stream flow right into Washington and Oregon. This has been going on for about 5 days now, straight into the northwest. We have very, very strong high pressure right in this area. We've had clockwise rotation right here for about 3 or 4 days. I haven't done a video in about, I think it's been 4 days now. This is the 4th day. And we can see the thunderstorm development down here. We're into the monsoonal season, but yet look at Mexico, and this entire area is rotating clockwise. So they've got very strong, these terrorists have installed very, very strong high pressure right here, and especially right here. This is where we've got black, and then we have this tan, which is extreme on the scale here. See, we have this colored scale, and we can see the thunderstorm activity right here, the pink and the all through here. And then we have this very tan area, which is where we are right here in LA, and the eastern desert areas where the temperatures are getting up into the 110s. And by Monday, Tuesday, we're talking about 120 degrees in Palm Springs and out in that area. But yet we've got low pressure, mid and upper level low right here, and we have an upper level low right here, right adjacent to each other. These are being blocked by this high pressure. Now we can see that right here in this area, notice this dark area filling out as this area right here intensifies with high pressure. And so what they're doing is, this is a blockade to prevent this spinning low pressure from moving in and cooling things down. We've got a fire reported in Wrightwood, as I mentioned, which is about 60 miles from here east, 50 miles, something like that, depending on how you drive there. Here we have an upper level low right over Hawaii. Let's take a look at the infrared map, rainbow map. We can see the circulation pattern there. We have the jet stream moving in, and we have some moisture right here. Let's go back to the water vapor map. We do have some condensation and moisture developing right here around this upper level low. But look what's happening right here. Let's go to the next series of maps. This is the western U.S. water vapor map. We get a close-up of these two upper level lows that, that should be bringing cooler weather. See, in normal operating conditions, we can see that the weather, the jet stream, is moving from the west to the east. But these two guys here are sitting parked. In fact, this thing here is actually moving west because of all this high pressure. We can see this dark area starting to fill out as the heat intensifies, as the high pressure intensifies. We've got a transmitter right over our area causing this. And we've got very, very intense sunlight out there. You can't be out in the sun for more than 15 or 20 minutes, and you start to get really burned up today. All right, so we've got this upper level low that is being prevented from developing. It's also blocking this northbound flow. You see right here, we've got some light thunderstorm activity right here over central Mexico, or rather northern Mexico right there. But none of this is advancing north as we typically see in June, July, August, September. This is all being blocked by this area of high pressure. And so that's what's happening, and we're expecting hotter temperatures through tomorrow and all the way through Tuesday, Wednesday. But here we are. We've got two opportunities, two upper level lows. We've got a high right here. We can see the what's happening right here. We've got a big cutout. This is counterclockwise rotating low pressure. And we can see that moisture right here is getting nowhere. It is stalling out. Nothing is getting anywhere near the southwest. So these terrorists are baking us while they destroy a supercell over Missouri and Oklahoma. All right, here's the Hawaiian water vapor map. We can see this giant upper level low right here spinning counterclockwise. This is probably dropping some rain in the area. I'd like to hear from the people out in Hawaii. I haven't gotten any feedback from you guys in a while, but this is a giant upper level low sitting right over the islands. Actually, the center of that low is out just to the west of the big island. You can see that. Everything's flowing around that. You guys should be getting some rain. We'd like to hear if you're getting any rain or if you're being sprayed with chemtrails. All right, now here's the eastern U.S. water vapor loop. We can see that giant supercell being blown apart right here. Got the there's a low pressure system right here starting to develop right here. Got jet stream flowing around this, and then we have something right here which is trying to spin counterclockwise. We can see a transmitter beginning to work in this area. That dark area is where the transmitter is actually working to prevent the rotation here in this area. You see the condensation and all the development in this area, and this is going to continue moving to the east. I don't have the precipitation, or rather the Doppler map pulled up today. But there it is. We have a supercell being destroyed. Look at that blast pattern. Call this an icicle pattern. That is as good as it gets. The evidence there of the expanding superheated water vapor shooting out from all sides. The convection has been disrupted in this system. We can see it right here in the visible light map as well. Shockwave blowing out of the side. Let's take a look at that again. That's a pressure wave right there. Shockwave, pressure wave. And these microwaves, they instantly superheat that water vapor. It's specific frequencies that absorb water vapor. And so they target these storms to destroy them. Okay, let's look at the SSEC map here. We can see the west coast. We've got these two upper level lows right here and here. And very strong high pressure installed right over the Arizona and Southern California area. And out here towards Hawaii, we see that giant upper level low right here, which seems to be moving. This center is sort of moving around in a concentric pattern, but that looks to be stalled over the islands for the time being until they deal with these two lows. But we should be having cooler weather, of course. That's what these are, is opportunities for cool, damper weather. That's being stopped. Now here's the pressure maps real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Low pressure, right, it's a closed low right over the eastern Southern California area and Arizona. This is probably why we have a high dew point today of 57 degrees. Now the 500, of course we have the high pressure here. Here is the 500 millibar map. We see there's a upper level low right here, a mid and upper level low. And we can see the high pressure installed over this entire area. Jet stream right through northwest. And we have the 300 millibar map. We've got these two lows right here. And we have this strong high. We've got some squiggly lines as that high continues to build in. You can see the evidence of that on these ISO bars, a lot of squiggly lines as they force descending air into this area. So this is a manufactured high pressure. This is not Mother Nature generating this stalled, parked in place high pressure. Okay, so that's it. We've had very hot weather the last few days, and that is being caused by the people in control of our weather. All right, so that's it, and we'll just leave it right here. Got these two upper level lows. Everything is blocked. Okay, that's it.